I'm blowing this popsicle stand, boys.
All right, well, this is a taco stand, you
Oh, sorry.
dog. You're gonna call this a popsicle? This is a taco stand. Oh yeah, this is the fun part.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we actually get paid for.
Right.
How do you define a musician? A musician is a guy who puts $5,000 worth of equipment in a $500 car, drives 200 miles to get $50 for a gig. That's the definition of a musician. And it's because you love it. And also you meet the girls. All the guys I know, they started out playing because they wanted to meet girls. And the Beatles admitted, everybody, yeah, wanted to meet girls. And you think, oh, well, you know, I can meet girls this way. And so that's success, meeting girls. But then after that, you get into a band and you realize success is playing somewhere and getting paid. And then you get paid and it's like, geez, I get money for this? How can that be? Then you sort of graduate to the next one where you say, I'm not getting paid enough money for this. And we have to play in bigger places, which means we need to be a band, which means we need more equipment, which means we need to spend more money and get more money. And then the cycle begins.
We got all these, and we got all these monitors. I wonder how much this is going to cost me.
It's very rare that anybody becomes popular in the art world, whether it's music or any other aspect of the art world, without working their tail off, spending a lot of personal capital, money, time, effort, understanding, dealing with hassles, dealing with all this. And you know what? It probably won't work, but at least you tried. You know what? When we're getting to the end of the song, I'm just going to do something. About a year and a half ago, when I made the decision to stop doing cover music and stop playing in bars, which I'd done for over 50 years. Sick of playing in bars, sick of playing other people's music and doing covers. I'm sick of using backing tracks with other people's music. I'm tired of all that stuff. I just want to do my own music and get it out there. So might as well do what you love doing, right? Mark Conley, who's the keyboard player in the act and very active on the new album, he and I have been friends forever, and we were in a band called the Crystal Revelation. This is back in the 60s. We played together for about 2.5 years, touring around, playing all over. We were really good. We used to pack big places, and
It was fun. We had a good time.
yeah, it was very
It was the
danceable.
late 60s. It was rock and roll.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it was real
we're-
danceable.
Yeah. We're young guys. We're in a band. I mean, how can you not have fun and do that?
Yeah, that's true. We played a lot. We toured all over the Northeast. We were in the Berkshires in Massachusetts. We were in the Borscht Belt, the Catskills in New York, and we played on Long Island in New Jersey. And we just decided to make a single. Here it is. You see now, you can see it's old. This is the record jacket. And here is the 45. And you'll see it's at Fine Records. That is Life. And you'll see it's by the Crystal Revelation. And it's still a popular single in Europe and in Australia. The Vietnam draft. If I had left college and gone into music on a full-time basis, it wouldn't have worked. I would have been drafted and sent away. So I stayed in college, and I ended up getting a master's degree and a PhD and everything else. So I really did just make a decision to make sure that I have a way to make a living. This is just a choice I made. I lost it. All right, let's just run through it again. I'm feeling more comfortable. That's the thing, you know, what I'm doing is I'm doing a. I've never stopped playing. I just wasn't ever able to leverage myself into a professional full-time act. And that's what I'm trying to do now.
Now my theme song is, I'm going to be dead for a very long time. So if I'm ever going to do this, now is the time to do it. And so I'm doing it. Great work.
Okay, thank you.
Really great. This should be fun mixing this thing up.
Well,
It was a popular song before this, so I can imagine what's going to happen.
plenty to work with.
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, it's not in your face. There's no doubt about the fact that I am in a renaissance, so to speak. And I've just decided that, yeah, I really need to give this one more go. And I've invested in it. I self-produced everything. That album is self-produced. Music is, I hate to say this, but I will, it's about 80% business and 20% art. So I realized that, first of all, I needed a publicist. So I did hire a publicist. They're going to do the album cover art and the logo. I have no idea what they're going to come up with, although I did send them a bunch of different things that I was thinking of and that I had done. It's branding, and I'm working out that stuff with the folks up in Montreal who are handling the publicity and all that. Anyway, working on it.
And it's going to be a feel thing. We don't want to go, oh, we made it to the end and everybody's rocking and we're out. Let's feel it, and then when it feels like it's
screwing
done,
up is human. You
When it
know,
feels
if
like
you
it's done-
screw up and own it.
Well, then you have the live act. And the live act is astonishingly difficult because one thing about musicians is that they wouldn't be musicians if they weren't emotional.
Dave, you can talk now. You guys are missing the point. What I'm talking about is how many times during the last chorus are we going to play it through before we start the double time? And then after
Twice.
that...
2 times.
2 times, okay. Everything
two
else,
times
everybody
on the
should know
double.
their fucking parts for the song. It's the same as it is on the album, so everybody do their homework and know
And
it.
then you have their personal situations, which always bleed into it. You can't get out of that. I'd love to think that I could hire this fantastic lead guitar player who has absolutely no baggage, who plays fantastically, who will cover every signature lick that's on my album, and I'll just hit the road with them and they'll be fine all the time and even keeled and everything. Does not exist. So the result of it is that you've got all of these management things you have to do. So you have to hire a manager. I haven't done that. I'm my own manager so far.
This is us,
And what,
Yes.
Dear Watson and Taylor. Do you want to? I mean, that's our legal business name.
Yeah,
that
that'd
what
be
you want?
better. You know, it's supposed to be a contract.
That way.
And also just you.
Now,
put
I
some
think of
your
this
address there.
as a business. I've started businesses. I've started businesses that went from nothing to 50 and 60 million dollars in 2 and 3 years. That's in revenue. And I know how to do it.
No, well,
And
he knows.
I think that the amount of money that's invested, well, on a personal level, it's quite a bit. It's not a lot when you think about putting it together as a business.
'Cause every time I see your face, I want to stop and celebrate.
It's wonderful to think you're investing in art, you're investing in something that is ethereal and really kind of neat and everything like that. But the bottom line is, if that's all you're doing, you are probably throwing your money down a hole.
Yeah, if you left without this, you'd have been running back in here.
I'd be like, wait,
You trying to screw me or
we're
what?
done. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
The Love You Need. That's the name of the album. I did a lot of demographic research, and what I found was that if you look at who's buying this type of music, the hot adult contemporary, which means it's adult contemporary, but it's not fall asleep music. And those radio stations, by the way, the number one type of radio station's country, but number two is hot adult contemporary, way ahead of rap, rock, and everything else. So then I looked into who listens to that. And believe it or not, the main segment, of course, this is the center of the bullseye of a big target. The main bullseye segment is women between 30 and 45. So I realized the songs that I've written kind of go to whatever level of, I don't want to say loneliness, but like what do people want? Well, everybody wants to be loved.
Not that then, it felt like it should. I ran to my door, thinking something's no good. Smoke is rising up through the floor. I feel the heat, I run right through my door.
It's funny, everybody thinks because you write a song, you're going to know the words. So I do now, right here. I wrote them. Okay, well, I'm good.
Great.
Are you ready? All right, here we go. Look like you're getting ready to go. Just kind of move around a little bit, and here we go.
There's two kinds of songs I think I fall into. One is about the most famous genre for writing a song about love.
The day I saw you by the rainbow wall, it's like your presence just reached out and called. I caught my breath, reached for my heart. Your beauty took me right from the start. I'm happy to love.
So writing songs about love is interesting. You can write about lost love. You can write about seeing somebody else's love. That song I wrote, Happy to Love, is a song about my son and his partner, Melissa, and how happy they are together.
Walked up to you and started to ask. I heard some music and I wanted to dance. You reached for me and cradled my hand. My knees were weak, I could hardly stand. I'm happy to love, to smile and let my love surround you. I'm happy to love you more each day.
Then the other side of songwriting for me is to write about real events.
It came right through without a warning.
For instance, the California wildfire.
Everywhere I look, I see the end.
When you write a song, I think that especially you write it about whether it's a social issue or an event or something like that, you should study it. I'm an academic, so I studied it. I ended up reading, about 40 news articles where people were talking about their experience.
The ground is hot, I'm scared back to my core.
One of the songs that I wrote, which there's a video coming out about, is a song By the Throat. And I wrote that as a reaction to my brother passing away from an overdose. I really thought, okay, I've got to write something about this because I couldn't not write something about it. I needed to get it out, and I had this question, like, what could I have done? What more could I have done? And I put that whole song together thinking that I hope that if one person listens to it and ends up going and getting that help and coming out of this, I will feel very gratified.
All right. Do we have what we need?
That last take, I could hardly stay without crying, It's just, I wasn't faking emotion, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that song really gets me too. I've got a lot of good friends.
Yeah, really, I was like, come on,
It really gets me too.
Yeah.
A few of them.
I know, and you wanted to sing that last chorus because you feel it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I know.
I do.
Well, when we do it live, you do sing.
Yeah.
mellow sort of song, but you want to scream it in somebody's face, you know?
It's real emotional,
Yeah.
Making you feel something, bonding with the audience, making them feel something. That's what it's really all about.
Yeah, he got that perfect. Now, the other thing is when we do the final mix, I really want that to be a lot more subtle than it is in the, the general mix down that we did last time, because what I want is just that underlying tension. You can always make it more perfect. I mean, perfect is supposed to be like, it's perfect, okay. No, there's no perfect. You're getting closer and closer to perfect. You never get there, so when do you stop? And that's what we're doing now. It's my mother, who is a great painter. She had her art, I had mine, and we would talk about it. And she once said to me, the hardest thing about creating a painting is knowing when to put the paintbrush down. And that's where we are now. We spent a good deal of time mixing tracks and going forward, and we turned it into an album. And that album was released digitally, and we started planning the show. It was going to be, and is, an album release concert.
He's worked long and hard for this. I think it's a very, very important day for him. But he's excited. I mean, we've all been doing this for a lot of years. You try to keep it in the back of your mind that, well, this could be big. But it's fun.
Well, no, you heard about this morning, right? I walk out of my bedroom. I look, nice sunny day. It's about 6:45. I look around, there's piles of dog shit all in my living room. So I looked and I said, oh shit, because what you say all the time when you see piles of dog shit. And I thought, so this is how today is going to begin. Yeah, I do have a dog.
You ready?
Oh yeah, we're all set. We're not in our playing wardrobe, but.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, sure you are. How do you like the t-shirts?
I'm a large.
I am not a clothing guy. I just ordered them.
The merch.
This is a medium.
Yeah, we need to get you a merch guy.
Oh, bad. But I have, like you said, I'm my own manager now, and I'm doing all this myself. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
So you're going to do the show and the merch at the same time?
No.
I mean, if anybody can hawk merch and perform at the same time, it's John O'Brien.
Well, so
Like Mark was saying before, he's put an enormous amount of effort and time into it, and his songs are really very good. And I have been so close so many times that I'm hoping this might be right place, right time. We'll see.
What's the plan now?
Plan is to go back and get into our stage head and our stage clothes and come back and rock and roll.
this is my office and my studio. The Irish sometimes comes out in me, and then I talk too much. So I'm trying to avoid that by just having some notes so that I can sort of come back and say something intelligent.
Have you been rehearsing?
Oh yeah, we've rehearsed. In the last 30 days, we've probably rehearsed like close to 20 times. I personally have rehearsed every single day for the last month. And I have a chart. I have a chart where I have the songs and the dates and the checklists and how I did A, B, C, D and everything. I figure out how I'm doing singing all these songs. And I'm a hard grader. I grade very hard. I don't give many A's.
Well, this is something he's been looking forward to his whole life. So I'm very proud of him.
Good.
And I'm proud that he's, making this come true after wanting it for so long.
Beach 1055, it's Dara here live at Cafe 11 for John O'Brien's album release party. And I'm actually here with John O'Brien himself. John, can you please tell me your excitement about being out here tonight?
Oh, I'm very excited. It's been a long time and a lot of preparation, and we have rehearsed a lot for this, and we did a lot of recording, and the album's doing very well. The album itself, just in the past month, has over 180,000 plays.
Wow.
And somebody must like it.
Well, I like it, and it's great, and we're out here, and we're celebrating you, and we're super excited to be here.
Well, this song, every band plays. We've all been doing this for a long time. Matter of fact, Mark and I, we toured all of the Northeast for years in a band, and yeah, it was fun, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we remember most of it too. So
He does.
Actually do. This is a song about how you feel when you find a place, when you're on the road, and you say, I love this place. And this is a song, it's called Phoenix.
Swooping down low, the plains are buzzing the valley. We're coming in for a landing, we're tired, but what a surprise. They got rock and roll clubs galore. They got lots of people, so much more. We love the air, the sun, and we all want to stay. Hey, Phoenix! Phoenix, where you been? We're gonna get back soon, but we've been bumping out of the sin. Down the beach, we're all around. The people, the women, woo! What a town, yeah, Phoenix! Where you been? Around and round and round we go, telling tales we know are wrong. In the end, I've got to know, how is it this whole mess got born? But I've seen your eyes, and they tell me no. Just give it some time.
Thank you very much for coming out. And I want to thank all the players up here. They did a heck of a job, and I hope you enjoy it. And by the way, you can listen to the whole album on Spotify. It's actually done 180,000 plays just in the past month. So we actually have people calling us and saying, hey, what are you guys doing? And I keep saying, well, I don't know yet. But anyway, we'll be somewhere. Just keep your eye on Facebook and Instagram and everything else, and you'll see us again playing. And thank you very much. Thank all the musicians. Thank you for coming out. Thanks.
That was the last live appearance, and also that was the last time that band played together. We tried after the release of the last album, even though it was a successful album, to get booking agents to take an interest in booking us. I contacted many of them, interacted with many of them, and it was just almost impossible because the 3 or 4 big booking agencies, whether it's Live Nation or UTA or whoever, they have a lock on all the venues. So if you're not represented by Live Nation as a booking agent, you're not going to get into a lot of places, period. You just can't. You're not allowed. Well, I knew that in Europe it was different. that over there, not only is there a much stronger appetite for original live music, but there's also a culture there where they actually rent out, or what they say, hire the venues. So
Sweet.
yeah, okay.
Good.
Yeah.
You know, what I'm using these for really is I just put my first Instagram post up where I actually named the dates and the cities we're playing in.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Birmingham, we're working on Oxford now, so we want to do 3 fairly big concerts. The places are like Cap 300, which is really not a small place.
Just the idea of going and playing in London and Birmingham and Oxford to crowds in really big places and enjoying it. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of attention though, because we will have a publicist. I will be sending out those Instagram and Facebook ads targeted, and maybe we will get some good reviews, and maybe we can come back to the United States, and this time maybe the promoters will pay attention to us and realize, hey, they put on some great shows in the UK. So if it works, great. If it doesn't work, well, I tried it. The coronavirus forced us to postpone our May dates. We were supposed to be playing in London, Birmingham, and Oxford. Everything was done. We had everything done. We had our passports, we had our visas, we had everything we needed. And then we couldn't go. So as a result, it's a different world. And we embraced that very early on. I know I put in probably, 25 to 35 hours a week just in the promotional stuff.
The digital promotion is akin today to what traveling around and playing in all the clubs was 10, 15 years ago. You would travel, and tour, so that people could get familiar with your music. You don't need to do that anymore because people can get familiar with your music by clicking a few buttons on their computer, as long as you put your music out there.
We probably have 2 million streams. Just on Spotify, we have, well over 1 million. And we did that through promotion. So we've been rolling with the times. Whatever the Times said to do, we did it. Right now, nobody in the U.S. is traveling anywhere. And here in Florida, we're not traveling much places anyway. But the real point is that we said, okay, let's just start doing what we got, and let's do more recording, and let's really do what we can to promote digitally the music and the videos, and get the blogs to cover us and all those sorts of things. So we sort of hunkered down. Let's get this EP out. We had it pretty well done when COVID broke. Yeah, I like that. I like that stacking where it's coming in. And we've learned about sanitation. We've learned about masks. We've learned about a lot of the different aspects of all this that have made a big difference. But we're going to carry on bravely, and music's still being produced, and life is resilient. And every music is resilient. We're all resilient, and people may get sick, and people certainly have died, but life goes on. We're resilient. We're going to keep doing this, and I hope everybody gets that message.
Your trust drifting over your body, seeing all
done, how we